A question for all of you when it comes to networking in the industry, how can we utilize things like social media to our advantage? And whether it's as an official person as representing an organization like your internship organization or your own perhaps brand, what kind of effective platforms you've been using to date or would like to use in the future?
I think the biggest one right now is obviously like Instagram.
Yeah.
Everybody's on it and everybody's using it. And I think just not being afraid to message people or industries or organizations just through it. Send that message, hey, I've already sent you an email. I'd really like to connect with so-and-so about this opportunity that I have, or I really love what you guys are doing and how we could maybe work together.
We use a lot of Instagram for a lot of promotion of our gym. We actually just recently ran an in-house competition and we had a lot of different sponsors from the community, so we were making sure we were like tagging them in all our posts and all our stories from the competition, and then a lot of them were reposting that on their stories, so it kind of just helped get the awareness of our gym out there a little bit too.
I know that I use like LinkedIn quite a bit, so just to message other people. Like I talked to one guy very, very briefly who was in Central States, and because similar like baseball leagues down there, I just kind of was like, how do you guys do your ticketing systems, all that stuff? Like how do you kind of approach that stuff for like the purpose of my job? For it was a new role, new idea, so I didn't really know what I was looking for, so I was kind of using LinkedIn and then making connections through there and just kind of building that profile, because I find like a lot of employers also look towards that, and it's easier to kind of contact brands or contact professionals within your area.
Facebook actually to be surprisingly effective in getting a message or getting your brand out to a certain group of people.
Amanda, if there's any observations of your own experience of key takeaways about how we talk about networking in the sport management kinesiology domain?
Well, just a lot of what we're hearing is I'm hearing people taking a lot of initiative, a lot of follow through, that are really intentional about your goals and working towards that, even if it's through just incremental steps, and a lot of authentic connection. I can hear so much passion from each of you for the industry, and that really shines through. So when you're connecting with people in industry, they understand that you really care about these outcomes, and this is an amazing group of people that have really kind of taken this opportunity fully and are so articulate about it. So thank you, each of you.
To conclude then, for kinesiology and sport management students that might be watching or listening to this, do you have any advice for what they should consider doing in securing that internship, or who they should be reaching out to make that happen for them?
Start volunteer work just within that area, like anything. Like I know before I got my job with the North Boston, the West Coast League, I did the Greater Victoria Sport Award. I did Hockey Day in Canada down here. I did like anything I could really get my hands on that was sport related. And throughout that, like I had an opportunity to come work at the CFL game down here and do that stuff. So there's just kind of like that endless opportunity, and then through that you're meeting so many new people. So just kind of getting your foot in the door for sport, getting that little bit of experience, even if it's volunteer work, is still going to be so useful just for everyone else, so that you kind of have an idea of what you're going into.
Even just as a participant is a great way to get your foot into the door for these kind of things.
Any successful person in business or sport has once been in our shoes.
Yes.
And we shouldn't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, because the most successful people in business and sport also are keen helpers.
Not shying away from things that you maybe think you might not be interested in, because you might surprise yourself by finding a new passion. It'll be something just really rewarding.
Well, thank you all for taking your time to come in today and share your stories and talking about networking in sports management kinesiology. And thank you to Makerspace for providing the equipment to make this all happen. And thank you for listening to Career Talk. See you again in the next episodes.